Hi guys, Martin from Belief. In this video we're going to look at two things we've actually looked at before, but I'm just going to run through it very quickly. It's a very frequently asked question, and that is, how do I alter the details in my primary disclaimer and the disclaimer elements to the left and right in the website footer bar. So I'm going to jump into Yabber here. The first thing we're going to do is change this disclaimer. Note this disclaimer starts with video demo disclaimer, January 2025. That was created a couple of days ago in a live webinar. So I'm going to jump into Yabber here. Now I'm going to select website and website management. And this will bring us to a page with all our website options. There are a number of panels to cycle through here. The website includes a huge number of options, obviously. We're going to select website footer and logos here, which is the little down icon. The header is selected by selecting the up icon here, or the up arrow. So this will return a page with a number of options here to alter the menus, the logos, compliance, the landing page floating bar, which is only shown on landing pages, the footer bar itself, and login. We'll come back and look at the bar. What we want to do right now is select compliance. This will actually launch a new panel, so a new page, and it brings up all our currently created disclaimers, the send log and credit guides and so on. Now, this is actually really important. This is maintained for compliance related purposes. So obviously if you make a change to your website disclaimer, it has to be recorded by law. So we do that for you in Yabber, obviously. In fact, we record every single change you make in Yabber for compliance related purposes with various timestamps. So I'm going to select create here, and I'm going to create a brand new footer logo. And this is important. I will set it as a default disclaimer. So I'll just wait for that to pop up. Everything's very slow when I'm doing recordings. I'm going to select our demo website, and I've got the option of selecting a default disclaimer or a custom post disclaimer. Custom post disclaimers will give me the option here of selecting a specific post where the disclaimer will be applied. Why is that important? Well, it's important on landing pages where certain claims are made, or on financial planning pages or property pages or so on. Anytime you have an additional disclaimer that needs to be provided. So we're going to, in this case, create our default disclaimer. We do have to select a company, which is created up here in the business locations and business profile, the opening time and so on. There's a whole bunch of attributes assigned to a specific company, and you can bounce through those options and just ensure they're populated, because that is important, and this will populate default company values in your disclaimer. So we're going to call this video demo disclaimer. What's the date today? The date today is 24th of Jan 2026. Just so we know that the disclaimer has been applied, I'm just going to pop in some custom code there. All I've done is within strong tags, or bolding tags, I've written video demo disclaimer, video demo disclaimer, video demo disclaimer. So that's just written 3 times. Now this is the important part, guys. Select yes under the option set as default disclaimer. Obviously you'll want to make all the applicable and appropriate changes to this disclaimer, right? We try and include everything that's required by law. There are a couple of elements here that are missing. It's only so we don't expose certain things in videos. But when you open this up, it will include everything. Now we're going to save this. So I'm going to save that. Remember, it's set as my default disclaimer. This will update the system, obviously. However, we need to send this disclaimer to our website, and that's where the option to send a website comes in. Now, you will notice in the disclaimer, on our website, we have an option here for download credit guide. That is assigned, if I can just select Yabber again, this is a bit of a nuisance. There we go. I will do this first so you can see the whole process, because we need to assign the credit guide before we send our disclaimer to our website. The disclaimer guide is full. The credit guide, sorry, within the disclaimer is fully trackable. Okay, so you can apply triggers and so on. It is required by law on every page. Finance marketing manual, no. We want test document, and the anchor text, download credit guide, and I'm just going to put in here test, so I can show you the text in a moment. Now I'm going to send that. That actually becomes available immediately. Okay, so you can do this. I may have spoke in error previously. That will become effective immediately, regardless of what disclaimer has been applied. So we're going to now send that disclaimer we just created to our website. As always, Yabber is a multi-website system, so I'll first have to select the website where the change will take place, and send. Now, all the disclaimers associated with that website have been sent. So all the custom post disclaimers and the default disclaimer, most importantly. Now, if we jump back here into the website and refresh the page, everything's running very slow, guys. I apologize for that. So we'll just have to give everything a couple of seconds. In fact, I'm going to have to refresh this page again because it didn't refresh. There we go. And I'll scroll again all the way down to the bottom of the page, and I'll just show you how the change has been applied, because this page will obviously show our default disclaimer. Video demo disclaimer, video demo disclaimer, video demo disclaimer. You'll notice it's a little bit shorter than the one we previously had. Important elements are in bold. The comparison warning, the important information, the general advice, the social disclaimers, and so on. And here's our credit guide link. So download credit guide test. Again, that is required. So it just makes sense to apply it in the disclaimer. So let's have a look now at how to change these options down the bottom. I'll only update them once. And you can play around with the system yourself just to see how this all works. It's very easy to revert back to default settings. So I'm going to select this footer icon again. And there's an option on the far right hand side called bar. We'll select that. That will give us two options after we select the website where the change will be applied. So the two options are left and right. Now these options that I have in here are inherited from a previous demo video that I recorded maybe 10 minutes ago. So use custom text. We've got this custom text here. Default values right. I'll apply custom text to the right hand side as well, which is there. It's important to note with the footer bar that the privacy terms and disclaimer link will always apply, because they're important. We don't want you to miss them. And send. So I'll go back to our website here and refresh the page. And once this refreshes, the change will be applied. Now, all these elements in the footer, every single element can be altered, or the footer itself can be redesigned entirely. We've just created it on the basis of best practice, what we know works and what we know satisfies all the legal requirements and so on. So here's the text to the left and text to the right. So if you encounter this problem, it's likely that this video will be sent to you, because we do get it quite a bit. And I think the most significant issue is that some people just struggle to find the appropriate panel within Yabber. But if you follow website management, it is on the front page or the front panel, because it is an important option. So there you go, 0400 777 300 is my mobile number. If you encounter errors throughout the process of updating these values, and if you do encounter errors, it is likely because you are on a legacy website and do not have the most up-to-date plugin installed. There are a few websites, and it only is maybe 2, possibly 3, where they've reached end of life essentially, and those brokers have chosen to fork out in a different direction, redesign the site entirely, and it makes it very difficult just to apply sort of a broad update. So unfortunately we struggle with applying some of these elements. However, that said, the only way of knowing is to log in and change it, because all the code is there. It's just untested essentially, so it may work. It's probably something I should have done. So again, guys, 0400 777 300. Give me a call if necessary. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.